Hello everyone from the Masai Mara. It's the perfect place to talk about Parashat Noach. Here behind me we have all different types of, from the antelope family, but a long time ago there used to be an animal called the Re'em. The Re'em was a mythological creature that the Midrash talks about. There were three of these types of mythological creatures. There was the Ziz, the Leviathan, and the Re'em. The Re'em was the largest ever gazelle ibex from that family that would sit over mountains, and it was tremendous. And the Gemara in Masechet Zvachim, there's a Midrash, a story that comes to teach us something that asks, how do these animals survive the Mabul? How do they survive the flood? So, the Leviathan, the whale, survived because it's in the water. The Ziz, its feet were in the bottom of the ocean and its head is in the sky. He survived as well. But what about this Re'em, this type of ibex? How did it survive the flood? So one of the opinions says it survived because Noach took it as a baby and built the teva around it. The other rabbis say that's impossible. Even as a baby, it would be bigger than the teva. Then the other opinions say, okay, so how did it survive? One said it had its head in, just its head, but its entire head was inside the teva. The second opinion said its head would have been too big, maybe just its nose was inside the teva. And the last one said they had to tie its horns and it was holding on with its hooves onto the outside of the teva, and that's how it survived. The question is, what does this matter? How much of its head was in? Was its head in? Was it hanging on from the outside, or was it born inside? So a midrash is a story that comes to teach us something. Whether it happened or didn't happen is not as important. But the question is, how much of you needs to be involved? So the nimsha, the story is that the flood, the world itself was rough, and inside of it there was a lot of temptations, a lot of trouble. Some opinions say the water was even boiling. It was impossible to be outside even if you tried. The question is, how much do you need to be involved with Torah, with your Judaism, to be able to survive in this world? Is it enough to be just hanging on the outside, just touching it? Do you need your whole head engulfed? Or do you need even just to be breathing just the Torah, just to be able to breathe it in and have that as your main source of life? And this is something that we need to ask ourselves today more than ever. Today where we're exposed to so much and there's so easy to get lost in this world. How much do we need to be involved with our Judaism? How much do we need to be engulfed in this world of Torah? Obviously, the more the better. But the question is, do I need my entire head and not see anything else? Or is it enough just to be connected by touching from the outside? Shabbat shalom.